Welcome to Bella Rosa. This is the measurement I'll be using for the princess cut. I'm going to take measurements of my breast points, which I've done already. So breast point on the paper, on the bust length, which is 13 inches, and my half length, which is 17 inches. The next thing I'll take is my shoulder, but let's make a straight line of the breast point, the under bust length, and the half length. So the next thing is my shoulder. My shoulder measurement is 16 inches. 16 divided by 2 is 8, plus half inch sewing allowance 8.5. Then in front of the shoulder I marked 3.5 inches. This is constant for everyone. And then the nipple to nipple on the starting point of the line, which is 3.5 with half inch sewing allowance. So you can see me measuring 4 inches. Then I'll make a straight line and then take the line to meet the 3.5 inches that I measured in front of the shoulder. A slant line. The next thing is to make my underbust tightening alterations. 1 inch on this side, which is going to stop at the underbust, and 2 inches in front, which is also going to stop at the underbust. This 2 inches is for a bust of difference 6, difference 6.5, difference 5 inches. That is the difference between your bust and your round underbust. So this is me joining the lines and making a slant to meet the breast point. Now it's time to make a curve of my cup, but in the meantime I'm going to measure 5 inches up there, and then the 2 inches that I used for my underbust tightening, I'll measure it up here too, 2 inches, and then I would create my cup. You can use your curve ruler, but I don't really get to use it because it's a freehand sketch here for me, but curve ruler would work too. And then I'll cut it out, cutting my cup out all the way to the 2 inches, that alteration. That is me trimming the pointy edge of the cup. We don't want a pointed edge. And then that's alteration successfully removed. The next thing for me is to pin my cup together and then take my measurements. All my measurements divided by 4. My bust divided by 4, my round on the bust divided by 4, and my half length divided by 4. If you want to know how to take all of these measurements, you can check out our other YouTube page for how to take full body measurements. If you have not subscribed or clicked on the like button, this is the opportunity to do so. Thank you. So now I'm trying to pin my cup together to form that bulge before I take the measurements. If pin is not working for you, you can use paper tape or the normal sellotape. That works too. Just make sure you pin on the half inch that we added to the nipple to nipple. So I placed my paper on each other with half inch. Now I'm putting a fabric inside my cup just to give it that rise, as if we have a bust inside already. So the next thing is to take my bust measurement divided by 4. I think that gave me 8.7. I checked it out, then I put 3 inches sewing allowance on the bust. On the round on the bust, your round on the bust divided by 4 also, with 2 inches sewing allowance. your waist 2, your waist divided by 4, that's the last one on the line, plus 2 inches sewing allowance, and then we join all the lines. Then my armhole, I used 6 inches and then curved it to meet my shoulder. Don't forget, the bust sewing allowance was 3 inches, the rounded bust 3 inches, and the half length 3 inches. So now I'm going to chalk out my neck. You can use any kind of neck that you desire. It can be a V-neck, a slant neck, but I'm using a round neck here. I used 3 by 1 inch, and then I will slant my shoulder by 1.5 inches. 1.5 inches, and then slant it to meet my neck. Like I said, you can use any kind of neck you desire. You can also turn this pattern to an off shoulder, just as you like. Next thing to cut now is the back. First off, I measured 2 on the upper part of my paper, 2 all the way, and on the side too, I'll measure 2 all the way down. This is me ruling out my 2 inches at the upper part, and then 2 inches all the way down on the side. This is for the back tightening and my zip. Now I'm trying to get my half length. My half length for the front is 17, for the back is 15. You can take this measurement on your clients or just automatically minus 2 from your front half length. This is me measuring the shoulder, 8.5, and slanting it by 1.5, just like we did in front. My imaginary neck of 3 inches wideness and 1 inch deepness. You can alterate this neck as you like, and then I'll slant it to meet the neck. Then 1.5 on the upper part too. This is for a shirt-like shoulder. If you don't want your blouse shoulder to fall to the back, you do the shoulder alteration like this. So this is me measuring 1 for the back tightening and then slanting it to the neck. Back tightening is for if you don't want your zip to be bulky or bulge. So I measured 4 inches for that. 4 inches, I got it from my nipple to nipple just like in front, and then joined it to my shoulder. 1.5 inches in front also for that. Now I'm going to cut it out. This is for the darts. We want a back that is well laid, nothing bulging at the back, no zip bulging, no back folds and all that. If you want the perfect princess cut, this is how you do your back. Now I'm going to pin this together on half on each other. Like I said, you can use sellotape, paper tape preferably, or the transparent tape. So the next thing for me to do now is to measure my zipper allowance, which is 1.5. Zipper allowance of 1.5 all the way down. Now I'll take my front to get my measurement on the side. You can also decide to take your measurement right from afresh. If you look at the way I placed my paper, my front paper, it is starting from the 1 inch back tightening and from the base of the shoulder, not from the upper part. So this is all joined. Now I am ready to cut out. I started from the neck, then to the upper part of the shoulder slant. Do not forget and go and cut off your shoulder slant. Then the armhole and the side. And that is all on princess cut. I would be posting a part 2 of how to sew it later. Please subscribe so that you get a notification when we have posted. This is me cutting out the excesses on the zipper allowance all the way down. Thank you for watching.